And this is it. For Turnabout Samurai, it comes to this, the final showdown, the final climax, the final day trial.
Time to get my virtual pint machine ready.
How does that even work? Is it just a simulation?
You tip the iPhone and it drains the alcohol.
Okay. Go on.
No, there is literally an app for everything. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up.
It must have been awkward.
Just a bit. The security lady, old bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying, "He did it!"
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I don't think she's lying there.
No, that's the only time she isn't. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. Too much work. I went back to the trailer to get my script and director's notes.
So this is where Leighton got some of his inspiration from.
Then I went home.
Alright.
Yes, she's one of Leighton's many flings.
And you.
Your
I see
perplexed,
no
Doug?
issues raised by this testimony. Glug, 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 glug. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close, real close.
Haven't heard that corner theme yet, Maya, so not quite.
Well,
She
we heard the
may be-
variation theme of it, but yeah, good point.
She may be acting tough, but if we put her on the spot, she's sure to falter.
Yes.
Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Perfect. That's a good
I'm
ad.
gonna beat the
Okay,
evil out of you.
Here's my question. How
Yeah?
come the Fae who never studied law is more useful as an assistant than the Fae who actually studied law?
Because the Fae who did study law still
Maybe Maya did all her homework secretly.
Because all the other one does is, I'm mysterious and vague. Go ahead.
Major, I guess you love
Maybe
trials
she's
and
part of the
tribulations for
mysterious
finally
tribe, huh?
doing away with that, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she got through her job based on boobs alone.
Yeah.
Hold it! Well, actually, if trials and tribulations is anything to go by, she actually had a rough time as a lawyer.
Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen.
Huh. Who knew a script was that precious? No, I guess not. Wait a
People
second.
will pay a lot of money for them.
I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes in the first place? I mean, you'd be a rather crap producer if you forgot those.
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder after all.
Oh, yeah, she is a
Idiot.
Duh.
Who would think of rehearsing after that?
An insane person.
Phoenix is a dick.
Phoenix is a dick to the dead.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I guess.
you insensitive fuck.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please continue.
Objection!
Wait,
Your Honor! I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Take that!
Hey, out of fucking nowhere.
Huh? Wait, that's
So,
my job.
So can we just go home since Edgeworth is doing our job for us?
Yeah.
Miss Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to have known about the murder before going to Studio One.
Ooh. Huh?
Gotcha.
Very clever, Edgeworth.
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth,
Why aren't you doing your job?
what you have just said is a reasonable observation.
Okay.
However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move.
I just want some moment to shine in this case.
I want to be right. Please
Oh,
let me be
this-
Or are you
right.
thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor.
More virtual pipes, please.
I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here.
He's just had enough of her shit.
Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
And this is where it starts.
Oh yeah.
So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this?
Lady, you must be new here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No matter.
I get the feeling she bribes her way out of court so she never has to come.
I think you misunderstood me. Well, to be fair, when you lead a mafia, I guess you can get away with anything.
Yeah.
I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Okay then.
Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
And now, for the first time ever, you actually get to cross-examine a witness while the corner theme is playing in the background.
Okay.
Yay!
AJ?
Oh, sorry.
Even the game
Whatever
wants it
you've
over
done
with.
till now would have been wasted. So go, do it. Just do it, Nick. I believe in you, Nick.
do it!
Go get him.
Will do. Hold it. What time was that?
We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal. So I'd say it was then.
So you say. Well, let's see what this paper has to say. When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio?
About 10 minutes before.
Okay.
I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you.
You sure?
So she's the true villain of FNAF?
She's the
Maybe.
purple lady.
Where were the other
Yeah,
employees when you got
she's
to
the
the
purple
studio?
guy.
Yeah, she's the wife of the purple man.
Well,
He's just another puppet of hers.
then you could have put Hammer in that costume as Salmonella's help.
What? What did I just say?
I don't know. You tell me.
Say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes, despite what the internet might say. You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy.
You sound rather
You're talking to
defensive.
Phoenix, it's a lost cause.
Boy.
Yeah, no, that was my own fault.
Continue her testimony.
Hold it! Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct?
So he says. Is that better?
Yep. Did no one go to call him?
Remember,
The 5th of November.
Remember what?
5th of November.
there was a dead body lying in front of us. Yet you expect me to be calm?
Well, considering your behavior, yes. Yes, I am.
You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of
Yeah.
murder.
Phoenix has a point.
Yeah.
Maybe she has an aversion to blood.
Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around?
The other way around?
You discovered a murdered body, and one person was missing, right?
Right.
Wouldn't you
I
normally go
told you.
looking for the missing person? You know, to make sure that two people aren't dead?
I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Don't me.
Logically speaking, perhaps. But this is a video game.
There's no room for logic in such a video game.
But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out.
Oh,
He kind of stands out to me.
Yeah, I'd say so. We often left him on the bus when shooting at locations. no one noticed he was missing.
Poor bastard.
Yeah, that's quite mean.
Poor Powers.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I suppose that explains that.
Ouch.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. You may continue.
Hold it! What was everyone else doing at that time?
No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. No desk slamming. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene.
And then...
Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence.
Ah, get it? Because he's dead.
Yeah.
Dot, dot, dot.
mm,
Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot.
Silence. Silence. Isn't it lovely?
Pedro?
Oh, sorry. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
It's the court, you moron!
Ah! Nick! Your honor is
Yes,
scaring
the court
me!
where
Yeah,
they
he
throw
does that a
confetti.
lot. You asked to be left out? Hold it right there.
It seems that everyone else was questioned.
I told them to leave me out or I would call my boys.
And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. Remember, I tried to
Actually,
kill you for
That's a
questioning
very
me.
good question. Why didn't she use the mafia guys to dispose of the
Oh,
body?
wait, Dio. They're actually gonna bring that up. But you can't just decide what the police can or can't do.
Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. She has a lot of money and a lot of power. She can basically do what she wants. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us.
Really? How very kind of them.
You know, if this was something like Midsummer, they'd be right in there questioning the lot of you, regardless of what you might think.
What, Midsummer Murders?
Yeah.
Boy,
I haven't seen that. What?
covered
Oh,
for you.
really?
Or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure
I watched that a lot.
I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. Alright, time to strike directly.
The only thing is, each episode is roughly an hour and a half or so.
Jesus,
Objection!
As long as a Sherlock episode.
It's about as long as a movie.
And it's been
Yeah.
going since 1997.
You
What,
knew that
which- what has?
Hammers... Okay,
Midsummer Murders.
you knew that Hammers was injured, and I say you couldn't have. I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.
Huh? What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
I have to.
Yes, Mr. Hammers is dragging his leg in this photo. Now, here's the good part. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Okay.
Joey?
Right?
Pretending?
Yeah, you know what an actor does. One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
Huh? That's the
Yeah.
face.
Gasp.
I already said it was Sal who told me.
Oh, in that case, you've written your own tombstone.
That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. And yet you're smiling.
The stuttering suggests that she is completely sincere. I think not. Mr. Manoa was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez? Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manila. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes!
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Bingo! Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Ah! Oh wait, that's the
When
judge.
was he doing this? Well, it would have been after he put on the steel samurai
Why is the
costume.
judge shrinking?
He's surprised. And went
because
to
at this
Studio
po-
2 where
he-
he was murdered.
He's baffled by the mockery that these two attorneys have made the court of.
Yeah.
Not just these two attorneys, but he's come to realize that every single court may have had a very smart witness who's just played the court for patsies.
Wow, we needlessly killed a lot of innocent people.
Yeah.
That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer, who had been injured that morning.
Ah!
Yeah.
Okay, again, where does the fight scene that Cody saw fits
Order!
into this?
Okay. I'll explain quickly. Basically, Tio, Cody saw a fight scene between the Silver Samurai and some other person who turned out to be Vasquez. Remember, he said that in the end the Steel Samurai fell. Which, well, he did. Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez.
Not.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Hey, who's the attorney here? Well, then again, defending yourself. Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Well, they're trying to get off the hook. What do you think?
Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead?
Oh, goody.
The-
Motive.
The motive.
I made him an offer he couldn't refuse, but he refused, so I thought
Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but
he was a star.
Sure.
I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing!
Nothing!
Yes, you would need a motive.
Yes, even though Mr. Powers doesn't have a motive.
Why would she have killed the victim? Yeah, she already
For the
told us.
lulz.
Oh, she already dropped.
There's a
Okay,
reason.
Pedro, you want to take over for
It is
Vasquez?
unclear to the court.
Sure, why not?
Does the defense have anything to say on the matter?
Just give enough time for the defense to think of that.
Trying to put on my best Glenn Close impression.
In other words,
Brilliant.
can you prove she had a motive?
Of course I can prove it. Okay, I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence
Sorry.
as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder.
The badge.
My badge.
No, someday the badge will have its time to shine.
He destroyed my favorite monkey head.
Take that! This is my proof.
This is the photo from before?
Yes, apparently.
Huh. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. Allow me to spell it out for you.
Dot.
Dot.
I guess.
I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? She even has the growling similar to Glenn Close's Corella DeVille.
Oh, it's worth losing your dignity when you can leave a laugh or fall.
5 years ago, Mr. Hammer accidentally pushed a man to his death. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial.
I've always had a terrible accent.
It began on that day, 5 years ago. Not to be confused with that stupid wedding event of time and eternity. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall.
You can say someone dropped the hammer.
His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt.
His weight weighed him down, obviously.
However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to this present day. And Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. What a way to go. Yes. Wow, he actually did live enough to see himself become the villain. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the X-Star. And so much for dying as a hero.
One moment, Mr. Wright.
Okay.
We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer.
Yes.
Dumb shit. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Dee Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Unless Miss Vasquez is Mr. Hammer.
Yes, that's right. According to what you
said all along.
According to what you so now Vasquez pulls a desk away and removes her costume. Aha! Turns out I was with Jack Hammer all along.
That would be interesting.
And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright. Please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
She had no motive. She had no motive, Your Honor.
Well, in that case, fuck you. What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood.
And at this point, the judge is probably thinking...
All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? Huh. It's simple.
And at this point, the judge is probably thinking, why didn't I retire yet?
Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What?
What? Oh, sorry. Didn't you? I mean, why even turn to Vasquez if it's still Edgeworth?
To show that she's really squirming. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills.
Because we're SCWRMComms.
Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security agent into thinking he was Powers.
I've been forced to disconnect from my internet.
Oh, okay.
So, are you like commentating blind?
No, 3G.
Okay, what time are you at? To kill Miss Vasquez!
The video's been fine because I was here long enough for it to buffer to the end. There's no issue here.
And to kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him for so many years.
And she's dead, literally.
Snap. Literally.
Boo.
So, you did it, didn't you?
Yes.
Somehow she's more frightening when she has that
I
face.
am guilty. It was me.
It was me, Austin! It was me all along!
You all bought it! You all
I
bought it!
cannot believe it!
I sinker!
Somebody call an ambulance!
There's blood everywhere! We're too late!
Wait, when did this turn into the... when did this turn into the ending
General
of...
Hospital.
Actually, I was thinking the ending of Ground Zeroes.
And
What?
that's you, Shiroi.
What happened here?
Well, that's actually Shiroi.
Oh, what happened here?
Yeah, it's one of those flashback things, so they're a bit ambiguous of who's talking.
Manuel fell from the trailer stairs.
Manuel?
Yeah, the guy who died.
Manual.
Poor bastard.
Snake, don't you die on me now!
Yeah, Dee Vasquez is actually supposed to say that.
Have you lost your
Oh, okay, never mind.
Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm.
David Cage?
No. How could this?
Miss
I
Vasquez,
told them to
please.
clean up after themselves.
You're losing your inner.
Emotions.
You're losing your emotions.
It was an accident. An accident, you hear me? Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and...
Why don't you put...
Wait,
Yes,
No.
that's D.
Manual.
no, manual! Manual!
Manuel!
It puts a tear in my eyes.
Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez!
No!
Da 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 da
That's-
da da da.
No.
No.
Jova needs to edit that in post.
Maybe.
Please don't die.
Remember, there may be a more fitting time in this series for me to do this.
Please.
Da 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 da.
Really, Dwibs?
Yeah.
Ah, well.
Who was that manual guy?
Someone Dee
Congratulations.
Vasquez.
You are a winner.
Honestly, Joe, but to be fair to Dwebs here, honestly, I never got all that much emotional impact from this particular backstory. Honestly,
lose.
we don't really
Again.
see most of it even. I mean, it's just text.
Fair enough, though the music does hint at stuff, but hey, at least he's not gonna ruin the more serious moments in this franchise.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever.
My career is over! You needed one last cigarette before going down.
Oh yeah, speaking of cigarettes, might as well give the backstory on why her text box sounded like that of a male. It actually wasn't because of smoking, but because originally she was a male. But someone on the team said, hey guys, you notice how all the culprits seem to be men? Maybe we should have some gender equality in that regard. And thus, Dee
But
Vasquez
we
was
can't
made
be
a
bothered
woman.
to change the sound of the text box, so we'll just make her a heavy smoker.
Yeah. And you know the funny thing is, like, well, her voice box sort of got made higher in like the iPhone version of Ace Attorney HD, but then they changed it back for the 3DS version. Honestly, I kind of like crits like that. Anywho, it is only natural he found out.
Yes. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty.
Guilty.
Yay!
By the way, I think there was something that hints that Gumshoe's the one who makes the confetti.
That is all. The court is adjourned.
They don't pay me enough.
Don't pay you any.
October 20th.
Phoenix doesn't get paid, Gumshoe doesn't get paid, you know,
Oh.
human
They
resources
make you
need
buy
to-
your own confetti.
Sure. At least Phoenix occasionally gets paid. Gumshoe's gonna have to wait a while.
Occasionally isn't good enough.
Thank you so much.
I think HR need to get involved here.
Amen. I guess they did by Dual Destinies. I'm just glad you're okay.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Maybe
know
at this
now.
time in Japan, lawyers work on a commission salary.
I know now that
Yeah.
Mr. Hammer's not a costume.
Well, yeah.
It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez.
And let's remember, Shirai, back in that day, prosecutors were the
Afraid
ones
that he tried to
favored.
frame me for the murder.
Yeah. There was a lot of favoritism.
It makes me sad.
It was like to the point where
Aw.
prosecutors got the opportunity to pick which particular judge in
Tell
some
me
cases.
why, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Sorry, I was just reminiscing on how bad our
Tell
court system-
me!
Ah, okay.
Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Well, I want to end this on a high note, so I'm gonna show evidence. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because...
He was a terrible actor.
Take that! It's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once,
Yeah, well, it was our fucking fault for not being a big star anymore.
but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show. And as of the villain to boot. Although I don't know why you complain, being the villain is fun as all heck.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
depends on the
yeah.
villain, but yeah.
True,
Why?
good point.
I think I understand.
And it sounds like Jack Hammer was typecast in his own mind as the hero.
He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime.
Jealous hack.
I think you're missing the point. There was kind of the blackmailer at hand, too.
Da, da, da. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm just glad it's all over.
Yeah, all's well that ends well. So am I. So am I. Thanks a lot, Mia!
Congratulations, WP.
Oh? Oh!
Starting to like the nickname.
Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more.
Yeah,
About
I
that.
can't, oh, I
About
can't wait.
that,
Oh, I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and...
you're gonna be a princess.
Is something wrong?
Well, that's if the show doesn't get outright
No,
killed.
of course not. Nick! Edgeworth!
Oh?
Wild Edgeworth appeared.
Wild Edgeworth appears.
I can't wait till we get to actually looking at that video. Say something, right?
Right.
I'm not good at small talk.
I have something to say. You were
Isn't that
this trial.
What?
isn't that cute? He doesn't know how to show his feelings.
That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No.
That
I really want to thank you.
And now we've got to turn about Sister's theme for some reason.
Technically turnabout ballad, but yeah. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers.
And now here comes another plot twist. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. That's right, Edgeworth is a closet fan of the Steel Samurai show.
Oh, now you can bond with Maya.
Yeah. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
I wonder what that's about.
meet again?
Yes, Maya.
However,
We'll meet again. Don't know where.
In retrospect.
Don't know where.
in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with these unnecessary feelings.
These emotions.
Unnecessary feelings? Dude, have you been hanging
And then they
around?
kissed.
Yes, unease and uncertainty.
I can't handle this saccharine bullshit.
Aren't those
Good,
kind of
please.
necessary?
Dwebs, please don't feed the shippers. I'm already up to my hand with
Feed
them.
themselves, so...
No, Dwibs, no. There are official ships, and this is not one of them. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came
Jova,
in to
it's
tell you.
official as long as DeviantArt says it is.
No,
Well,
trust me,
this is
Shuri.
supposed to be a visual novel, after all.
No. Trust me, Shuri. Trust me, Shuri. By later games, there will be an official
What?
ship that pretty much
Is-
sinks that one right in its tracks.
Is this guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals. Right, Nick?
They hate
Friendly rivals.
For now, we are, I guess.
Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something?
You know, aside from the
Because
big
you
hints you
are.
just got.
Backstory.
Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
Not yet, Maya.
Wow, even the dog's antsy.
And so the curtain closes on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. I get the feeling a lot of my cases are just going to be incredibly famous. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios refought its programming change. They went back to making kid shows again. And they actually convinced Cartoon Network to bring back Samurai Jack, too.
Pink Princess.
Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right?
So yeah, apparently despite being accomplice of the murder, someone else still manages to direct a sequel to the Steel Samurai. Go figure.
Apparently, being an accomplice to murder does not as much time as being the actual murderer, but I guess we're to assume.
I mean, honestly,
You
it's like,
still
he
technically get
doesn't seem
at
like...
least a couple of months in jail.
Yeah, I mean, remember Joe McTiernan? He got thrown in jail.
Exactly. So I guess we're to assume that he's ghostwriting this and basically writing it from prison, which actually is ironically a thing.
Well, yeah, Hitler did write Mein Kampf in prison, so yeah, I guess.
When I was in school, I'd often order books in large print, and the large print was actually typed out by prisoners.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I guess consider this community service.
I guess, yeah.
An exhilarating trial, but now we go to what is quite,
the best case in the game with my personal favorite prosecutor.
Oh yeah.
See you for
We'll
turn
see
of the
you
next
when
one.
it starts. Next part.
See you, everybody.
See you then.
See ya.